Hey guys, and welcome to Live Russian Cursive. Here we will be learning how to write in Russian because Russians don't use block letters to write, they use cursive. We will be using writing practice sheets. You may download them using the link in the video description. As you see, there are lines that will help us to get the right look of the letters. Yeah, they work like restrictions. You will see how it works. Just take your writing practice sheet and let's get started. Our first letter is the letter A. A. That gives the same sound. A. That's how it goes. Let's try together. You start from the bottom, you go up, then you go down and make this little curve. Do you see the tail that is left? This tail will help us to connect the letter A with the next letter. So far we know just one letter, A. This is the capital one. And here's our lowercase. And let's try to connect them using the hook. It will be something like ah, yeah. When I'm screaming, I say ah. And the second letter will be the letter B. B. That gives the sound B. Let's learn how to write it. You go down, you make a curve, you see this line that helps us to see where to curve. This line. Let's try one more time using this line as our orienteer. Like this. This is B. We add little tail to connect it because it doesn't have. A has this tail and B doesn't, so we invented. We needed to not lose our next letter. This little tail helps us to connect letters so they look logically. But I have to tell you that with age, people develop their own writing style and they may not connect letters anymore. I will show it to you a little bit later. Yeah. For example, look at this letter B. B, the lowercase, looks like this. It should be leaning a little bit to the right. Yeah, I personally don't use this leaning. And this is one more way you can write it because a lot of Russians make this curve like this. You see? It's like more curved. You may choose your way, the classical way, or another way to write this letter B. Let's try first the classical way, connecting letters. Ba, ba. This word means granny, baba. When we call out for our granny, we say baba. And now I will show you how I write it. In my real life, I don't connect letters. I write it like this, but all my letters are visible. You see, you can't mix them up with other letters. But that's why connection is important. Sometimes it's tricky. Let's look at the letter V. It's our third letter. V. You see the line helps us to get where to curve. V. This is B, yeah? And what looks like B is not B, it's V. V. We add the little tail. And let's try one more time. V. The sound is V. Tail plus A, Va. Va. Va is the syllable. This is the lowercase. It looks like English B, but we remember that B is up there, yeah? And this is V, V, Va. Va is our syllable. The next letter is the letter G. G. It looks like gamma in Latin, yeah? G. In Latin, I should say this maybe. G. that's how it looks, and we add a little tail to connect it with A, and we will get ga, and if we add the letter V, it will be gaf. Gaf, that's how Russian dogs bark. Gaf. Can you hear me pronouncing it a little bit differently, not gav, but gaf? It's because of the final devoicing. Look at these two examples. Gaf and gaf. That's how I write it, that's how classically it's written. You see, it's leaning to the right classically. And about the final devoicing now. Gaf, the voiced V, turns into unvoiced F. Gaf. Gaf. That's how we say gaf gaf, the dog is barking. And this is the letter D. D looks like D, pretty much like D, but very important thing, this line we need to continue to get the connection. Look how we do it. That's how we will connect D with other letters. This tail is important. Let's try it one more time. You see how you start from the top, you go to the bottom, and you almost don't detach your pencil or pen. It goes smoothly, like this. Da. What does it mean, da? Da, it means yes in Russian, yeah? Da. It's a positive answer. And the next letter is ye. 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 Looks like English E, but it's not. It's ye, and sometimes it gives the sound e in words. Let's look at it. This is the lowercase d. The sound is d, d, d. Yeah? Let's practice a little bit. So it's d and not g, because g is right here. You see? This is g, gaf, and this is d, da, da. Look at this g letter. Try to make this nice curve. It's really important. This curve is a big deal, because if you write it like this, without curve, it looks like another Russian letter, the letter che, che. So make this curve, be sure that you have it, and this is nice g letter. Now let's continue with ye. So this is d, and if we add d to ye, it will be yed, and if we add a, it will be yeda, yeda, yeda. You hear how the letter ye is pronounced like y. In fact, yeda, yeda. It's because it's unstressed. When it's unstressed, it's pronounced like e, yeda, yeda. In this case, even like y, yeda. Unstressed ye sounds like e. That's a nice tip. Yeah. You see how d and a can be connected and can be not connected. In fact, it depends. It depends on your choice. You may connect. Look here, ded, ded. Ded means grandpa in Russian. Ded. You see, when I write, I almost don't detach the pencil from the paper. Ded. I think I didn't even detach. Ded. Let's look at it. Ded. You see? And if we add a, it will give us deda. Deda, that's how we call out for our grandpa. Deda, come here. Like baba is granny and deda is grandpa. Now, let's do this. Deva. Deva means young woman, unmarried woman. Deva. Deva. In this case, V is pronounced like V, because it's not in the end, there is no final devoicing. Deva. Deva. You see how V and A are not connected here. That's how I write it. And right before, that's how it's classically written. Okay, you choose if you want to connect the letters. And the next letter is the letter yo, which looks pretty much like ye, but thanks to these two dots, it's yo, yo. These two dots can be written like two little lines, like this, two quick short lines, yo, or even like a one line, like this. It's also yo, if you want to mark your yo, because sometimes we don't mark it. Yeah, we write it like yeah, and people know that it's yo just because they know words. And now an interesting thing. Ye and yo together give yeyo, yeyo. Yeyo means her. For example, я люблю ее. I love her. Я люблю ее. And let's look at the last letter for today, and the most monstrous one. It's the letter Ж that gives the sound Ж. Ж, like a bug. Zzz. It even looks like a bug, yeah? If you think about it, it looks like an insect. Try to practice writing it, it's not so difficult. With time, just follow me, practice with me, and with time it will be easier. And besides, the lowercase looks like the capital letter, just smaller. Ż. This is our sound. The letter is Ж. Let's write it right here, and we get Ёж, ёж. You hear the final devoicing? The voiced Ż transforms into unvoiced Sh, ёж, ёж. It means hedgehog. Hedgehog, ёж. Ёж, this little cute animal. Ёж, ёж. And now a funny thing about the Russian alphabet. If we take 5 letters, we take G, D, E that go one after another. It means где. Где is a question, which means where. Где, where, where, где, где. And we take two more letters, ёж. It will be where is the hedgehog? Где ёж? We may write it like this. Ёж где? It means hedgehog. Hedgehog is where? Because in Russian, in fact, you have not strict word order. The word order is flexible. So, ёж где? It means where is the hedgehog? Ёж где? Or где ёж? I read this joke on the internet. Just in Russian, you may take 5 words from the alphabet like that go one after another, and you get a sentence. Где ёж? Maybe you've heard about this joke too. So today we covered 8 letters and quite a few important words that are баба, дед, деда, дева, еда, and где ёж? I hope it was helpful, and we will meet each other in live Russian cursive. See you!